Today is May 13th, 2016. I'm about to make some pretty bold assertions about the PayPal reloadable MyCash product, so I'm making this video to provide some evidence to support those claims. If you're not familiar with the product, this is what it looks like. It's branded by PayPal. It's actually put out there by a company called Incom. And what the card is a reloadable card. You can put some money on the card. It can only be loaded to PayPal accounts. If you look on the back here when you go to use it, there's some silvering. You scratch it off, reveal the PIN number, put that in the PayPal MyCash website, and then load that money into the PayPal account you're choosing. What happened to me was I bought this card, put $500 on it, threw it on my desk. 2 months later, scratched off the PIN number, went to point of the site right here, and found the money was gone. And since then, I've had a long, tough journey with Incom trying to fight and get my money back, figure out what happened to it. And I'm going to make some pretty bold claims, and we'll see how I support them in this video. So one of my claims is that I have an inside man at the company. This is someone who saw my story. He's a computer guy like myself, reached out to me, offered to help. This was done totally anonymously. What I did was I gave them this 16-digit number. They told me the PIN number back. I knew they were legit. We discussed how, where the weak points could occur, that this could happen, if I could get the information associated with the accounts that my card got loaded to, which Incom refused to provide me, and went from there. And what we basically found out was the PIN numbers are stored plain text in the database. Virtually anyone in Incom IT can go look at those PIN numbers, and it's super easy to run a report that would say, show me all the PIN numbers that have $500 on them that were purchased more than 2 months ago. And then you basically have a list, and you could say, well, maybe these people lost their cards, there's $500 on them, I'll go take it. And this list could be pretty big. So how do we know that anything I just claimed is true, that this anonymous guy even exists, or this is how Incom's system works? Well, I unfortunately scratched off all the PIN numbers on my card due to the Incom CSR's guidance, but fortunately found a fellow victim, June. I had 3 cards with this problem. He had 5. However, he did not scratch off the silvering and reveal all of his PIN numbers. And I've got one of his cards right now with part of the PIN number. Now, it is possible that the last 4 digits could be revealed in responses to complaints, as I have in some of the complaints I filed to private, state, and federal organizations. This did not occur with June's numbers. These were never provided by Incom. He did not file any formal complaints because I was already in contact with the fraud team. He was local, and he met with them in person. So this number has never been communicated out in any complaint. It's never been provided to June directly from anyone formally or informally at the company. I gave the 16-digit code to my inside guy. He provided the last 4 digits here. Anyone who's actually working at Incom can verify this number's never been sent out. Anyone else playing along at home, you'll just have to trust me. So let's actually take a look at what's in this envelope. You can see here that it's dated 11th of February. That's the postmark date. I've been out of the country for a while, so unfortunately haven't been able to make this video until now. Let's go ahead and open it. Try to do this one-handed here. Yeah. All right. There we go. There's our card. We can see the PIN has not been exposed. This is an old style lettering. You can see on mine like fine writing there. On this style, it's a much older card. These are over a year old, which makes them way more susceptible to having been stolen by employees. But we can see that the silvering is clear. Anybody from Incom can verify this is what it used to look like. There's cards online, etc. It's never been scratched off. All right, there we go, got it out. Big reveal, again trying to do the camera one-handed here. Shit, that's the wrong number. That's the wrong number. That's a little surprising. Shit. Let me check my email. So, figured out how I borked my big reveal here. This card ending in 7302 is this card right here. I stupidly gave him partial serial number instead of the PIN, which, as you can see, does in fact match here. Good thing that we've got more of these cards to do a reveal on. So this is serial 7599, that card. This is the 16-digit card we expect to see, and here's the PIN number we expect to see on there, the 6406. So let's try this again. So here we go with round 2. We can see same thing, same postmark date, legit letter, not opened until now. Here's the card, 7804 on the 16-digit number, just as we're expecting here. And we are expecting that PIN number of 6406 once we take off the silvering. As you can see here, the silvering is nice and clean, hasn't been tampered with. Again, old style card. Take my teller here. There we go. Just as expected. This time, thankfully, it ends in 6406. So where else can we go from here? Well, switching back to my cards, I've got this card right here, ends in 3656. Unlike June, I have a lot of formal complaints out there. This one is in response to the Georgia Department of Law, and they do refer to the cards here with the ending values. So you can see it's the third row here, the one ending 3656. The PayPal account it was loaded to ends in ton, and it confirmed via S means confirmed victim assisted fraud. I'm not sure what the S means, but basically Incomm's claim is that they've got some logic and some model, and they concluded that I scratched off the PIN number and I was duped into giving it to someone, which occasionally happens for some people on Craigslist. Probably not people with my background of being a long-time user and a computer guy and blah, 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 all of that. But that's their claim, and that's why they continue to deny me any restitution for the funds for many months. They also claim on here that, here we go, it appears I voluntarily gave the card information. Again, no evidence whatsoever for that. I had mentioned my concern with an inside job. So had June, also a computer science guy. And this is their response, basically that they don't think there's any credible evidence that I've provided to them. This response was dated February 5th, which is after I provided them evidence January 19th of what I'm about to show in the remainder of this video. What I've got here is the information for this card, the 3656, and this is the person my inside guy told me loaded the account, plaintext.com, which masses this G-ton on their official communication here. So what if we take that and we Google it? We get these results, including the Atlanta babysitter. Now, Incomm is based out of Atlanta, so this is a good juicy result for us already. Pull that up, Brittany W, Atlanta, Georgia. What else is interesting on here? Education level, Clark Atlanta University here. So my first thought was, well, maybe she had access to the data and worked at Incomm in some fashion. So I was able to find her on LinkedIn. We can see this is her, education, Clark Atlanta University. And scroll down through her work history, which does not include Incomm. So I was also able to find her on Facebook here. We go to her About page. Oh, let me go here. Okay, go back to her regular page here. We can see the intro. Is this the right one? Lives in Atlanta. Say at Clark Atlanta University. Sounds like her. Let's check out her friends. We've already gone through this effort, but the biggest douchebag looking friend looked like this guy. So Brittany is friends with Zach, and hey look, went to Clark Atlanta. Check out Zach here. He lives in Atlanta, studied at Clark Atlanta. He knows Brittany. Let's look for him. Did he work at Incom? There he is. And oh, yes he did. And look, he was a SQL Server DBA. Well, that's surprising, isn't it? So either the story is mine, that this guy went in, crime opportunity, saw some passwords or saw some PIN numbers out there attached to money, went and took them. Or you can believe Incom's version of the story, that me, computer science guy, longtime PayPal, eBay user, longtime user of these cards, got tricked apparently by Brittany from, I don't know, her amazing social engineering skills. And I gave her my PIN number, and she just happens to know a guy who was a DBA at Incom. So, you know, you be the judge. Which one of the stories sounds more likely?